Oh, my mic is live. That's okay. So, y'all ready to hate map? Because I'm ready to hate map. Let's get our hate map on. We find OBS and let's get our freaking hate map on. Because I am so ready to hate map. Okay. Nope. Not that. This. There we go. No, 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 no. Shh. No. Come here. Come here. Come on. You're just going to be in my lap for a second. Come here. Come on. Or that. Let's try this again, shall we? Let's try this again. Okay, so yeah, hi. I'm Annie. I'm going to sit here and hate map Bennu because I hate my world, and no, I don't hate my world. I hate Bennu. And I want this project to be done so I don't ever have to look at these images again. So, I am suffering from a case of animus interruptus today, as somebody in my previous stream pointed it out. That should hopefully just consist of Tinker barking and whining, and not of the cat anymore because I fed the cat. Because 2 cat treats weren't enough. He needed more. Come here. Yeah, you, come here. Oof. I'm just gonna have a fluffy boy in my lap while I mark. I'm just gonna have a fluffy boy. Nope, lay down. Eep. No, you're like, I didn't mean to, Mom. Pet me. Hey, Fenmill. Hey, let me. No, you don't get any. Toss Cheerios at Tinkerbell. Puck's not happy. Yes, I have a fluffy boy in my lap. Well, if you weren't so, you know, incessant on barking at everything. How you doing today, Fenmill? Are you gonna hate map with us? Or are you just gonna keep us company? Just a doing? Yeah, I know that feeling. Oh, do I know that feeling? No, 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 please don't lick my face. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'll pet you. Yeah. 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 Is that better? You're like, no, it's not better. Can I mark? No? Okay. Oh, good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You are the bestest boy, except for when you bark at everything that moves outside. And then, you know, I don't know how I feel about you. But that's okay, I still love you. I just get frustrated. So there's something been going on outside that has the dogs on edge. Or they're just very much on high alert, waiting for favorite human to get home. Which isn't going to be for another hour, I think. Yeah. I know. You are a good boy. Oof. Oof. So, yeah. Okay, I'll bet you. You have to go to the office today and bring all the stuff home yesterday since my last... Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it's your last day on Wednesday. Unless that's a good thing. I don't know if that is a good thing. At least you get to, like, pack your own office. That doesn't... Okay. It is both. Okay. Well, so it's a happy sad? I get how happy sads are. Yeah. Would you like some fluffy in your lap? Once he gets over his desire to eat you alive, he'll lick you to death. Tinker. I don't have room for both of you in my lap. Yeah, I bet. You always kind of have that mixed bag. I've never really understood why people try to be rude to people that, you know, are essentially doing a service. Like, I get it. I can kind of understand it if you're in pain. Because it's just, like, if you're feeling miserable, but you also don't need to take that misery out on everybody else. Don't. That's not how you get bits, Tinkerbell. Oi! Are you done, buddy? I know. Oof! Sorry, bud. My lap is very narrow, and he is not as narrow. There we go. Can you just chill out right there? Is that a good place to chill? I think he thinks it's a good place to chill. So today, you may have missed it, but today was me trying to colorize, you know, data and totally forgetting what filters get assigned what colors, and I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm not doing it for science. But I know there's a very specific Hubble palette, and I just keep forgetting what it is, and I need to write it down into a thing I can access and or have printed out. I can probably have a whole binder of information just ready. But Bennu needs worked on, and this takes less brain power. So I figured marking Bennu would be a nice extension to, you know, Sunday Science Hour. Plus, if the dogs are dogs, you know, it's not as much of an interruption if they're in my lap, for example. Huh, buddy? Or, you know, crying and begging for bits, as Tinker is. I know. There totally should be a mapping tool where you can just map all in this as small rocks, but any changes to the software at this point are probably going to break things, so you know the deal. We weren't expecting this hellscape. Oof, can you? I'm pretty sure the stuff on my face is not good for you to eat. Yeah, no breaking all the things. I'm pretty sure the stuff on my face is not safe for you to ingest. I know you don't care. I know you just want to, like, show your appreciation. He really just wants me to scratch his chest, which is why he's bent this funny angle, because I realized what a funky angle it looks like on camera. No, he just wants me to scratch his chest. And Tinker just wants bits or attention. I don't even know anymore. But there's not room in my lap for both dogs. There's barely room in my lap for him. Yeah. But you're quieter when you're in my lap. You don't bark at everything. He keeps getting into burrs, so I'm also trying to pull some burrs out of his fur while I do this. Yeah, you don't like it when I do that, do you? He's like, no, go back to scratch my chest, Mom. Alright. Can I put you down now? For real? Can I put you down? Will you be quiet? Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this whole radical you being on the ground and quiet thing. Okay? It is doggy day. He's quieter when he's up in my lap. Like, he's not on as high alert, but this is not the greatest. I don't have a lot of space for him in my lap. Yeah, you know I enjoy this mapping. Well, best of luck. I hope packing up goes well. I'm glad to hear that it's at least a happy, sad thing and not just all sad. Alright. There you go, bud. Okay, let's try mapping without a doggo in our lap. He just flopped down in the other room. I am okay with this. Tinker, are you begging for bits? She's begging for bits. Later, Funmill. You're still trying that angle, aren't you, Tink? Would you like to be up in my lap? That's what I thought. She's got 2.5 hours till dinner time, and it sounds like she's going to die. I know. I know. Puck, can you sit? Good boy. Well, ha 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 ha. Part of me is like, if you're all gonna beg, at least beg correctly. So today should get me over 60 images marked, which is way more. I know, she's never been starved, ever. She's just my very little, she's my little anxious eater. But today will put me over 60, which is way more than I thought I would ever mark. It doesn't put me in the superhero category. Yeah. Not every pet is like that. Like, Puck, Tinker inhales her food, and I know where she got that from. She shared a food bowl with her parents, like her canine parents and her siblings, and, you know, from multiple different litter. Actually, no. She shared a bowl with her parents and her siblings when she was younger, so the fastest one that ate got the most food, and they all ate like that. It was terrible. And she's not had to share a bowl for years, and she still eats like that. Puck takes his time. He munches slowly. I'm surprised Tinker doesn't invade his food bowl, but he also doesn't leave it. He doesn't eat part of his food, walk away, and come back for the rest. Because we've had dogs, or I've had dogs in my life that would do that. Eat a little bit of food, come back, eat some more food. Had a dog that would scoop up food in its mouth, take it somewhere else to eat, and just take trips back and forth to the food bowl. He was an odd one. Part of me is like, there really should be a thing that's just all rocks. There are way too many rocks here. This image is all terrible. But yeah, like, I really watch her weight closely. I know a lot of people are really worried that she gets Oreos or not Oreos, but Cheerios, and other food, but I really do watch her weight closely. I watch her weight closer than I watch mine. Aw. But it's a lot easier to control her food than it is to control mine. I'd be like, okay, you're getting a little bit less kibble today. Instead of me that's like, ooh, is that a nom? I want to eat the nom. The nom is delicious. This is my problem. The noms are delicious. She'd eat the meat-shaped ones, then the grain, and then the green veggie last. Wow. You feel better, Tink? She would do that for each mouthful. That's interesting. Shh, it's okay, phone, it's okay. I don't want to call that a boulder. It's a bunch of broken rocks. Now, I don't think Tinks had food. I think she had food like that when she was real little. But since most of her adult life, I've had her on what we would consider boring kibble, but is really good stuff. I could pay like something like $70 for a bag of dog food. It lasts us a month or two, so... My favorite human was like, you spend how much on dog food? I was like, shh, shh, shh. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm not even too sure how many images I am going to mark. I just know I wanted to get a rock marking stream in because I hadn't done one for the last couple days. Yeah. Guido says, I promise I will map another image today, maybe two, but I need to post my daily round of photos. That is totally okay. Pet food has gone up. Well, their Puck has seizures, and I know there's nothing been proven one way or another whether or not rosemary oil triggers seizures, or rosemary triggers seizures. But it's something that I can avoid. And the problem is that it's rosemary oil is used as a preservative in a lot of higher end dog foods. So finding a dog food that hasn't had that as a preservative has been tricky, and I've landed on something that happens to be like $70 a bag. Close to $70 a bag. Yeah, he's not on seizure medication. We don't know what's causing the seizures. I just keep track of the ones I know of. And it sounds terrible that he's not on seizure medication because he has seizures, but the problem with that, the seizure medication, is that he has to have it twice a day. And he's not always in my care. And when I'm having bad days, I'm not the greatest about taking my own medication. So I worry that he won't get his medication on time. Like if I'm having a bad day, sometimes he's in the care of my parents. They may not give him his medication when he needs it. And if he misses a dose, a side effect is having a seizure. So what's the point of giving him a medication to prevent seizures if one of the side effects of missing a dose is a seizure, when he doesn't have seizures all that often? And I feel like his quality of life isn't affected. I'm sure, you know, people would have all these other points and stuff, but he he's mostly okay. So yeah, that's why we have really expensive dog food. And rather than buy 2 different kinds of dog food and make sure, you know, each dog gets their own dog food, I just let them eat. Yeah, they do have side effects, and like his organ function would have to be monitored, and yeah, so it's not something I wanted to put myself through. It's not something I wanted to put him through. The vets really haven't given me a whole lot of pushback. They're like, this is available. So, yeah. And I did my part, and I told, you know, the breeder I got him from, look, he has the seizure thing. And neither one of us knew it at the time, but apparently it's a kind of common thing in his breed. So, but I didn't know that till I took him to Banfield. So, I think it's just because Banfield's such a large, you know, vet corporation that they can look at all this data and kind of be like, here's this stuff, and this stuff, and this stuff. So, yeah. Alright, image done. Yeah, you're gonna lay by the door in your spot. Yeah. Because it's kind of neat to see all the numbers, but on the other hand, like, I know there's been high turnover at mine, so I'm assuming it's not the greatest place to work. So that's been a little disconcerting. You gonna chill out, bud? Okay, you can chill out. You probably have a Cheerio or 2 stuck in your fur still. Ooh, mostly boulders. I'm cool with this. I mean, the images have overlaps. I don't know if you've, like, this one is definitely, this shadow was in the last photo, so this one's just scooched over to the right. So this is one of 9 images. I used to have a query set up in the database so I could see, you know, all these ones that had... Yeah. Get in, get some experience, kind of get out. Yeah, I think we're both right that they're just neighbor images to each other. Used to have a query to see like who is so far ahead, because I know that Nilium's numbers haven't gone up in a while, but I think Nilium is literally out of images. Mike says he's not out of images yet, so there is that. But I am definitely happy that the number of images that only have the one look on them, or that have only been marked by one person, is going down. It makes me happy. And I imagine it's going to be one of those effects where things may speed up closer to the end because there's just no more images. But it does feel... It is very frustrating that we've, like, blown past all of our deadlines. And we've made real progress, but Like, this is still a thing. This is still a thing. We just needed more time. I don't know what happens when you run out of images. I really don't. I don't know if you are served images that, you know, you haven't looked at. I really don't know. Because I think Nilium's looked at over half. I think Mike Cassidy's looked at over half. They've both done more images than what's remaining. So, yeah, we'll probably find out. Mike Cassidy, because he's the one of the citizen science superheroes that's more active in Discord. We'll probably find out from him. And I don't know what he's going to do with all of his time then, because he's been working so hard on these images. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm not even too sure how much time he puts in every day. But I bet you he'll be the one that tells us. I don't think Nilium will tell us. I think she popped on to Discord, like some other people did, just to get, you know, an idea of how many they've done. I know, like, I'm starting to worry that I'm being too spammy with, like, the daily updates of all the people that have done over, you know, 50, because I know some people that I ping repeatedly, their numbers haven't gone up. But I do know that when I went really deep into the database yesterday and did some matching with, you know, people who weren't marked as members, Nilium, I matched, you know, members with people that are in the data, or people that weren't marked as members in Discord with people, usernames in the database. We did get, like, one person being like, hey, yeah, cool. We've had a couple new people join us that their stuff shoots up. So, well, I'm glad you post every day. You're one of the people that I know wants an update, but I worry that I'm annoying some of these other people by pinging them so much. Like, I've really been, because I've assigned the Bennu Mappers role to pretty much anybody that I have found in the database as a Bennu Mapper. I'm trying to avoid using the everyone tag. I'm trying to avoid using the Bennu Mapper tag because there's so many people on the server that have that now. Actually, how many people on the server do have that now? That's a good way. It's a good thing for me to check. Where is it? Let's go members, display role, Bennu Mappers. There's 208 people that have the Bennu Mapper tag out of like 600 people on the server. So yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah. It's kind of a nice routine for myself in the morning too, just listen to podcasts or YouTube videos or whatever, drink coffee, and slowly churn through the top, you know, I shouldn't say the top ones, but like all the people that have done more than 50 images. And then be like, okay, I'm here if anybody else wants an update. Because I feel by now if you've done, unless I do know you want an update and you're below the whatever, like I think Sucking Cats is kind of low, like below the 50 threshold. I think a couple other people are below that. And I think posting has helped with motivation, especially seeing like, oh yeah, I've done this many. Well, I'm going to set a goal for myself. How close am I to that goal? And if I really only do spam the channel once a day with, these are all the people on the thing or on the Discord server that I know of that have marked over 50 images, You know, here we go. It's once I get down below 50 and into, like, yesterday was really bad going down into, like, I think it was 25 or 20 is where I stopped. Or maybe it was 30, and then going through and matching, like, that took forever. I'm still glad I did it, but it still took forever. When everybody's settled down now, Puck's laying pretty quietly and chill. Tink's in her crate. Nobody's super excited anymore. You can't spam your staff. You're CosmoQuest. So I'm immune from spamming? It's not spam if I do it? No, I worry that I made somebody grumpy yesterday. Because they're like, I don't use Discord. Please email me. I'm like, but you're on Discord. And I had emailed them I had emailed them previously, and there's somebody else that I know is on Discord, but would also prefer email. That's done over 100. Yeah, I mean, I'm just pleasantly surprised that I got over 50. I was really not expecting that to happen. I don't think I really have a set goal for myself. My goal has been more of like a time goal, which has been try to stream myself doing this, try to help motivate other people to do it. And really, my goals have really been more about how can I motivate and cheerlead everybody else on to do this. And I know one of the good ways to motivate people is to show them that, yes, I am suffering too. Like, this is not my favorite thing to do. I'd much rather be playing video games. But it doesn't take much for me to take a little bit of time out of my day so we can chat about Bennu or whatever, listen to music, and mark asteroids. Plus, you know, then we get some funny clips out of it, like me just saying that I'm hate mapping Bennu. I know some people find this very soothing and calming, and no. I am not one of them, and that's okay. I really do get excited when I see a couple people that have joined the Discord server and said, hey, how many have I done? And they've done like 1 or 2. I get really excited about that. Because they've participated. And yeah, we have our superheroes, but we still have all these other peoples. Guido says, is it wrong that looking at a fresh Bennu image makes me want to hide ... under a rock? No, it is not wrong. It is not wrong. I know that feeling all too well. Oh no. Oh, Veronica's going through the thing. I'll let her finish before I read it out loud for everybody. There's so much on here. I really wish we could just draw no over all of it. I mean, I'm sure we could with the boulder tool. But, I don't think Pamela would appreciate that. Veronica says, first image, this is cool. Second, oh no, this one has a lot of rocks. Third, aw, come on, I hate you. Why am I doing this? Take a break, repeat. Yeah, I feel like that's actually how I do that. Like, I know I'm on my second image right now. I'm probably going to do the third, and then I'll, you know, poke around in the database with probably just myself and the dog up on the screen, because I really don't want to put the database up on the screen. It's not like random people can get into it, but, you know, random people also don't need to see the numbers. It's just safer if I don't show it. Alright, I'm going to remind myself that 14 other people are going to look at this image. And I'm going to click image done, and I'm going to get my third image. Part of me is like, this one's not so bad, and the other part of me is like, it is still a hellscape. Who are you kidding? Figure if we have more time and there are more people per image, people could just be like, all right, I'm only going to mark boulders. And somebody else would be like, cool, I like marking rocks. But that would take even more people. I'd be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll mark boulders for you. I don't mind the boulders. I really don't. It's all the rocks where I'm like, you're kidding. And like, over here, bottom left, looks like a rubble pile. Straight up rubble pile. What am I supposed to do with this? It is indeed all the rocks. I guess that's a submerged boulder. Doc Bruce had interesting comment in Discord, in the welcome channel in Discord this morning. He just didn't see... I think he's a geologist? Yeah, I agree, Guido. But he knew he was talking about... where is it? Here's Doc Bruce's comment on Discord. I am becoming more convinced every day that there are no areas with smart particles or gravel anywhere on Bennu. The more images I look at, the more I am seeing underlying igneous rock everywhere, and what seems to be rocks that are actually inclusions, blebs, differentiated areas, fractured zones, and areas of collapse in a field of lava. Even the few crater-like areas, when viewed magnified, are looking igneous. Unfortunately, the definition is not quite good enough for me to be certain. Better resolution and 3D views would be helpful. Yeah, so that sounded like a whole lot of, like, geology terms. And I know, like, some geologists have gotten really excited by looking at these. Because they're like, yeah, look at all these rocks. Check this out, and this out, and this out. And I'm like, it's a lot of rocks. YYZ says, hello, I am looking for the hate map stream. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. We do kind of need a spray can for gravel or something. But the gravel's what we want to pick up, so... You're doing so good over there, buddy. You don't need to add your opinions. It's too early for favorite human. I don't care what the rest of the world is doing outside that door. I need you to just lay there and be quiet. Yeah, that's a good boy. You missed it. I had Puck up in my lap. I was scritching him. He was trying to lick all the makeup off my face. But I think everybody's calmed down now. Don't you dare jinx it for me. Cat was hungry. Even after he had 2 treats in the last stream, he was still hungry. He wanted more. And that's his latest thing, is to just hang out and wait until somebody gets up and feeds him. Which is a clever tactic. But very annoying. He apparently doesn't care about the dogs anymore. He just lays out and sprawls out and is like, okay, well, if I stay here and I wait and I watch, I will know exactly when you get up to feed me. And then he disappears to wherever he disappears to. Yeah, he eats. He is eating. I'm worried that he's eating. Oh, I don't know if he's eating too often. I'm still worried that he's kind of thin. And I still need to take him to the vet. Like I said last week I'd do that this week, and I just haven't done it yet. The problem is that he cries when he's in the carrier. Because he cries, I can't take him on the bus because he's considered disruptive. I don't want to bug people for, a ride down to the vet. And this past week was dealt with potential car buying, which didn't happen, which was a good thing it didn't happen. Learned something new about sobs, as in don't buy them. Tossing Cheerios away from the door. It might be a thyroid. Lyft, I've talked to a friend that does Uber driving, and he's pretty much like, I don't want any animals in my... He straight up said, I don't want any animals in my car. I'm like, what if this? What if that? So I might message him privately and be like, look, here's the deal. I'll pay you for the ride. Because I don't think I can book him directly through the app. I think it's literally just going to be a cash transaction. When are you free? I'll pay you for the ride. But I'm afraid that once I let a Lyft driver know, even though I'm pretty sure I have a good rating on Lyft, that they're just going to be like, sorry, I don't want an animal in my car. Which, it's their car. They're using it to make money. I understand that. Tinker, no. Throwing Cheerios way far away. So yeah. Can't take him on the bus. Don't have the scooter to even attempt to put him on. I don't know how I would even transport him on the scooter. Would I put the carrier between my feet on the floor panel? It's not really wide enough. I could try that. I think there's only one taxi company in town. And again, I don't know what their policies are. I've only ever used them once because it was like, look, I missed the bus I need to get to class. So now Favorite Human has Thursdays and Fridays off. So the idea is schedule a drop-off appointment. So we just... Favorite Human will probably be the one that takes him and drops him off in the morning. They'll call us when he's done, because that way they don't have to, I don't have to take up one of their rooms, and they could do everything they need to do to him when they have time. And then later we go back and get him. because otherwise, with all the tests they're going to do, I could be sitting there for hours, and I'd rather not be sitting there for hours. Yeah, this vet does not. I'm sure there are some vets that do. Like, there are things such as pet tax. There is such a thing as a pet taxi. There are people I could probably pay probably a somewhat outrageous amount of money to take my pet to and from the vet. But at that point, I might as well just find a way to do it myself for the amount of money they want. No, I'm pretty cool with the drop-off and pickup service. The only thing I don't like is that this vet doesn't have overnight. They don't keep animals overnight. So it's not like the vet I had in upstate New York in Carthage, which is probably the best vet I've ever been to, where, because they had boarding on site and they were close to a military base, you could drop off a pet on your way to like PT, like really early in the morning, and or between PT and office, like if you went home in between, and then pick up on your way home, pick up the pet from the vet and take it home. And that was the only vet my dogs were ever excited to consistently go to. It was weird because it was the first time that I had used a drop-off service for the vet. But the dogs loved the vet. I mean, they were really awesome. They were really accommodating. Everybody was super awesome. So yeah, that is the one thing I miss from upstate New York, is that vet's office. So, they were a pretty awesome vet. I wonder what this weird thing is right here. I should probably send this image. So inspect elements. Let's see, we want this URL. This is the first time. This is how we literally send images. How we literally pick out images and send them to show other people. Weird. I don't even know what to call it. Impact thingy. Might help if I spelled impact correctly. Thingy. Bottom. Third center. It looks like a boot print to me. I may actually have to highlight that one. I guess I do have the snipping tool. Where is... Quickly use the snipping tool, snip and sketch. New. That pops up over here, which I know you guys can't see it. Ballpoint pen, make it red. And save. And boom. There it goes. Yeah, it kind of, it's right here. It looks kind of like a boot print. It's probably just, you know, my brain doing its superpower a bit too much and looking like, hey, that's a pattern. But I find that it's interesting. Like right through here. I snipped it and circled it because I realized it's hard to see, and put it on Discord in the Bennu Mappers channel for Dr. Pamela when she, you know, gets up and moving and doing things. Yeah, you probably could, YYZ, but I have to tell you to not do that. I am obligated to tell you to not do that. I'm still amused that bleb is a technical term. Yeah, this is totally going to be my last image for the day. Because there's no shame in doing three pictures in a sitting. Because you can do an amazing amount of work if you do that several days. Seriously, I never thought I would break 50, much less 60. That's a good whisper. Oof. Yeah, I'm still excited that I broke 50. Because I didn't have a goal. I wasn't trying to. All y'all that have a goal, that just amazes me. Because I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna, be the best cheerleader I can. And again, one of the best ways I know of being a cheerleader and encouraging people to do something that, I really don't want to do and they might not really want to do is to frickin' do it. So, like I've said before, we can all suffer together. Shared suffering. But I'm excited about the certificates. I'm excited about pulling the numbers. Pamela said I found a few issues, which I still don't know what issues I found. I just know I found a few things. YYZ says, I've been wanting to stop for about a week, should be studying for exams, so after today I think that's it for me. And that's fine. You have done so much. Exams are important, We'll get this done. But you've definitely contributed a lot. I'm still seeing the number of users go up too, which makes me happy. I think we almost have. I think we would need another 1,000 users, I think. But we almost have enough users for like every image. Which, yeah, if that were the case, that every single user that was on there marked like one. Actually, I think we're at the point where if every single user that's registered marked 2 images, we'd probably be done a lot faster. Yeah, get another cup of tea first, Guido. I think I'm about ready to click done on this one and then look at the database and just talk at y'all. Because I'd rather be looking at the database. Numbers, data. All right. I bet. I know Pamela does hers with like her little touchpad, which her touchpad is neat, but it's difficult for me to use because I'm not used to it. I know some people are using Wacom tablets. I use my weird looking mouse and it seems to work, but I do have to make sure I clean it out every once in a while. Otherwise it is just not as precise. If I was using my super ultra precise CAD mouse that I have at work, I have at the office, that I don't have the heart to buy one for home yet because I'm still not sure if I have the proper ergonomic environment. Plus my desk is a flat surface and attracts all sorts of things, which is why I haven't done like an overhead stream lately, because I have to clean off my desk again. That would be really nice too. Like, there's room on here for my 3D mouse, and I don't even have my 3D mouse up here. Okay. Like, I'm done. And then my brain's like, no, one more rock. Now I'm done. And done. Part of me is like, this image has a lot of boulders. Another part of me is like, this image has a lot of tiny rocks. No. So we're going to nope out of that. So we are at, I know it's kind of funky looking on OBS right now. So let me just switch over here. We have no dogs on camera. How did that happen? So we have 1,336 left. So. Huh. Well, awesome. Guido says, I got a cheap 5-button wireless mouse from a Chinese company called VicSing that Amazon offered me for about 7 euros. I was pleasantly surprised. This thing is very nice and better than my cabled mouse, which already has a broken scroll wheel again. Wow. Now, I'm going to be in a world of hurt when they stop making these. It's just a wireless thumb ball. Because I will use them until the buttons give out. So this one's probably... This one's got a while left in it, I think. But I will be in a world of hurt when that happens. I might be able to tear it apart. I think I got peanut butter on it. I think I might be able to tear apart and replace the bits that make it springy and click and stuff, but I'm not holding my breath if I can't. Part of me is like, ugh, I don't like, throwing this stuff away, but when it breaks, it breaks. So, okay. So let me pull up the database in front of my face. Now that we have a doggo on camera. Mostly out of my curiosity. I want to see how many have only one thing. I can't remember how many I said it was earlier, but it's still at it's at 198, but it's still below 200. I think about a third of the images remaining are... let me do the math on this. Quickly. Oof, that's sad. Guido says, I had Microsoft IntelliMice yonks ago, but all the micro switches of the buttons broke and intermittently produced double clicks on single clicks. All my wonderful IntelliMice broke that way, more than 5 of them. Ouch. Veronica says, I am still using my Logitech purple wireless mouse I've had for years. Yeah, this is a Logitech. And I know I've had it for more than 3 years. So they last a while. I think I don't even have to replace the batteries. If I have to replace the batteries, it's about once a year. I had the wired version of this ages ago, and I kept breaking the wire in it because I was on a laptop. So when I first saw the wireless version, I was like, yep, I'm getting the wireless version. And the wireless versions have lasted me much, much, much longer. It was just when the last one finally died, I was sad. And it was like, ugh, I have to repair this. All right. So in another window that you can't see, which is fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Google.com. I think it's going to do what I want it to do. Not quite. So I'm just making a blank, you can't see it kind of thing spreadsheet, and it's just so I can do math. So 1, 2... Actually, I should probably have a date up here. So one above. Let's put today's date. 28 July 2019. Oh good, it understood that. Sometimes it doesn't like it when I do date format. Month, or day, month, year. 14. We'll do 14. So, have 198, And then 2 is 466. 571. 9. 6. 6. 7. 1. 1. 13, 14. All right, so I'm just gonna double check these lower numbers because hopefully the lower numbers will have changed some, but they might not. The upper level numbers do change pretty quick. But I don't think these numbers are going to change a whole lot. 6. 6. Nope, that one's now 5. Which means 7 should be 1. Nope, 7 is now 2. Look at that. And I don't know how these are served to people. So I don't know if it's the image that has the most amount of views is sent, or if, you know, to whoever opens it up, or if, you know, it just keeps track of where you left off and that's so many ahead. I really don't know how these images are served to people. Which seems like something I should know. 465. Checking one more time. 572. 79. 6. 3. You guys are working, because these, every time I run these numbers, some of the upper ones change, which is why I'm like, I should stop fussing about these. And I'm going to stop fussing about them. So I'm going to do a sum. It's 135. Is that accurate according to the website? Not quite. I'm missing a number in there somewhere. And then, let's see what the database has to say. Database says 1,336, and for whatever reason, I'm off by 1. Oh, I see, because there's one that's marked as 15. Because for whatever reason, it gets stuck like that for a second. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. We fixed it. Or I fixed it. Alright. It gets stuck like that. I don't know why. So now we're going to do the fun part of this divided by that. Oops. I forgot to do the magic thing that makes the one square not change. There we go. And turn all of these into percents. So there's 42 of the images are stuck at currently having 3 sets of eyes on them. Which I think is actually a pretty cool thing to know. I'm gonna pull up chat because I've had chat tucked away for a second. No, yeah, that's not so bad that you've only had to replace every 3 to 6 months for and you've had it for 10 years. But yeah, no, 42% of the images are stuck at 3 views. 34% of the images, and I'm actually rounding down, 34% of the images remaining images have 2 views, and 14.82%, so let's just say 15%, have just 1 view. So yeah, that number's slowly, I know that just 1 view number or total is slowly changing, because I know it was 300 a day ago. But yeah, so a lot of them are literally stuck at just 3 views. As the number goes up, like the number of views per image goes up, the smaller they are. So we probably won't see a significant change in total number of images done for a little while. Because there's the one that's stuck at 15. Let me refresh the database. It's stuck at 15. Apparently, it feels like it needs to have a 16th person do it. If it's still stuck like that later tonight, I'll fix it. It might just be a funky thing about programming. Or it may just take a while to register everything else that's done. But yeah, there's one stuck at 15, there's one stuck at 13, there's one stuck at 10. The last time I pulled these images. There's 7, they're stuck at 8 views, 3 at 7 views, 3 at 6 views, 6 at 5 views, 79 at 4 views. And then, yeah, so over half of them have had less than 4 views. So, but every image in theory has had a view. Yeah, it could have been left up on a screen. This isn't the first time it's happened. The last time it happened, I literally went in and changed it. I just updated the whole thing and told it was done. Because right now, I don't think it thinks it's done. Oh, it's done. It just went away. We're now at, yep, there we go. We're now at 1,335. So yeah, sometimes it just takes a while. But I think they are being served. They are being served in numerical order. Okay, that's how they're being served to everybody. Because I'm looking, I have it sorted by user count, or count distinct user ID. That's how many, unique people have completed the image. And I'm looking at the file names, and yeah, they are being indeed served in, sequential order. So that's fun to know, I guess. And compared to when... Oh no, it's not gonna give me it. But we have 3,664 users that have marked the public batch. At least one image of the public batch of images. So that's pretty cool. Not quite, like I said, not quite enough for everybody to have marked one image. But that would have been pretty cool if we could have gotten like 4,500 people to mark 15 images each and just been done. So, what does the public batch mean? There were images marked in the Bennu database. There are image sets in the Bennu database and images done in the Bennu database that were marked by before Bennu mappers went live. Some of these are tests. Some of these are scientists doing their job. Remember how I said there used to be like a bunch of people that had well over 1,000 images, and how Mike Cassidy was one of the very few people that had done over 1,000 images that wasn't associated with an institution? Turns out that a lot of those people that have, and it's all a very exact number, 3,478 Yes, 3,478. There were a whole bunch of people that marked 3,478 images, and they were all associated with an organization or an institution once way or another. And yeah, those, when I add in the number of the first image number of the public batch or something, I forget how it's done. The highest number count is 2,583. So yeah, there were a whole bunch of images that were processed. There were a whole bunch of images that were processed before Bennu Mappers was made public. But they were a different set of images. We're working on a whole completely different set of images. So yes, and that was Favorite Human, crossing the screen, and I don't think he realizes I was streaming, and he's on the phone. So yeah, I think we're at a good spot to wrap it up. So yeah, but that's all the stuff I'm seeing in the database. It is pretty cool. We are making progress. I am seeing that I actually need to save this spreadsheet. And I'll probably update these numbers in the spreadsheet tomorrow. And I guess we'll see how they go. So, yeah, everybody, when Favorite Human is abbreviated to FH, people think, that we're talking about Falcon Heavy, and we're not. It's just Favorite Human. So, with that, I'm going to wrap up the stream and do the wall of text because, reasons. So, this has been a production of PSI. It's Planetary Science Institute working in collaboration with Youngstown State University here in Youngstown. I'm fairly certain it's sunny outside Ohio. PSI is a 501c3 nonprofit, which is fancy speak for your donations are tax deductible where laws allow, which really, let's be honest, is probably only the US. We are brought to you by you, so thank you for all of your support and patience Y'all are amazing. And yeah, everything's archived on YouTube, including this. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know, come hang out with us. We're live Sunday through Friday at 1700 hours UTC or 1 p.m. Eastern. When the time inevitably does change, just remember 1 p.m. Eastern and you can convert from there. What else, Tinkerbell? Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I really, really need to say. Matt Bennu. And yeah, I don't think Falcon Heavy would fit through my door either. That would be hilarious. Yep, YouTube. I mentioned YouTube. This is going to be archived on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, come hang out with us. I have no idea if painting is happening later. YYZ. She should be starting painting within a half hour, so I don't know. I don't know what kind of day she's had. We'll see. So, but yeah, until next time, you know, keep being awesome, because y'all are pretty freaking awesome. Have a wonderful insert time of day here, and, you know, if the sky's allowed, look up. Till then, I will see you probably on Wednesday, sooner if there's a launch. I'm gonna do that awkward rolling credits thing, and I'm gonna head out. So yeah, bye! Awkward rolling credits.